What is up, expats and travelers alike? Today is day, I don't even know. We have come to the end of our cruise.
Right, so we're in Stockholm now. We've been here for a few days. This is where the cruise ported. So we have just been checking out the city. What do you think?
Yeah, well, at first we arrived and we had kind of like a half day. And we didn't really walk around much. We kind of stayed in the area called Udenplan. We had some soccer matches, some football that we wanted to see. So we just kind of stayed in that area until we went to a match. So we went to this match and it was absolutely incredible. There's an American player, he's new to this team in Stockholm, and we got to see him play.
Yeah, so that was exciting. And the day was really nice because it was relaxing. We've kind of been go, go, go. You know, when you do a cruise and you port in a single spot, you have maybe 8 hours, 10 hours, and so you want to see as much as you can. So since we're in Stockholm for a couple of days, it was nice to get here and just do some relaxing things before really getting out and seeing the city.
Yeah, we just decided really to chill out. When we got off the cruise, we did Uber to the hotel, so that was nice. There was a huge line for people waiting on the proper taxis, and we decided to Uber. It took a little longer than maybe a normal Uber would, but I think it was much shorter than waiting in that line.
Definitely. That would be recommended if you use Uber to just do it from the port.
And people say it's maybe about half the cost of a regular taxi. I don't know, because we didn't actually take a regular taxi, so if you do Uber, do it.
So on our second day, we went ahead and walked around to see what we could. We're staying up in Udenplan area, so it's an easy walk down into the city center area, I guess. And there's lots of water. I mean, you know, Stockholm is lots of little islands, so you cross a lot of bridges, and the views are just beautiful. The city itself is really pretty. And there's places to see like the Royal Palace, Parliament, what else?
Yeah, I think we actually hit 4 islands of the like 14 major islands, but there might be like thousands. I don't know how many islands there are there. It's pretty crazy. Gamla stan is one of the places that we went. That's where Palace and Parliament is. Yeah, it's just really cool. The central station area is very commercial. It's full of people, and you can just go to a cafe and just people watch.
And around the palace, it's very charming. It's kind of the old feel with the cobblestone roads, and it's pedestrian only. Lots of little shops, restaurants, ice cream. So it's a really fun place to just weave in and out of. There's also churches for you to see that you can go into if you want. So lots of good places for pictures.
Yeah, definitely. I will say though, with the churches, they might ask you to pay like 2-3 euro to go in, or 20 to 30 crowns to go in. And yeah, I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. Maybe don't go into all of them if you don't want to, but choose the best ones that you think.
Yeah, it'll add up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So since our hotel was actually located kind of in the Udenplan area, we decided to walk from there down to the city center. And there's this one pedestrian road. It's a straight shot down. It's got a funny name. I'm gonna put it, you know, down here somewhere. But anyways, I can't pronounce hardly anything in Swedish. You need to walk down this road. They close it off for pedestrian only, like I said. There's cafes, there's bars, there's restaurants. The day we went, there was actually like this book fair going on, so it was packed. Like, we turned the corner to hit this road to go down to the city center, and it was just a sea of people. It was really cool to see. It was like, okay, this is the road that we need to take down. This is it. Let's go.
The city's very walkable. It's comfortable to walk in, but if you don't want to walk or you want to see more of the city, there is a hop-on, hop-off bus.
Yep.
They also have the boat option, so you can get both. So you can be on a bus or a boat, so that's a cool option too.
Yep, so those are the things that we did and the things that we saw. And to get from the city center to the airport, we're going to do something called Flixbus. Flixbus was by far the cheapest option. We asked at the hotel front desk. It's about 35 euro to go from the train station to the airport on the Arlanda Express. There's a bunch of airports in Stockholm, so be careful on which airport you're going to. But Arlanda Express was 35 euro one way. It was like 2 people, so that's 70 euro. So we said, how much is a taxi? And they said a taxi will run you a flat rate of, I think, 52 euro is what they quoted us at. And we're like, man, those are quite expensive, so how can we do it cheaper? Well, Kalie found Flixbus, and Flixbus was 10 euro for both of us.
Yep, so that's the way we'll go.
Well, we've come to that time where I have got to ask that question. Kalie, would you expat that?
Dun dun dun.
This is the time where we talk about if we would be an expat in the country or city that we have just visited. So would you expat Stockholm, Sweden?
I really liked Stockholm. I thought it was really beautiful and charming, comfortable to walk around. People were friendly. So I would say yes, I would expat it. Obviously, the past few videos we've done, my biggest concern has been the cold. So there is that, and then the long winters without light. So there's that to take into consideration. But if I can get through that, I would say Stockholm would be a really beautiful and fun place to live. And you?
So in general, we have kind of similar ideas about whether or not we would expat a place. And it's kind of similar, but my reasons are different. So I would expat Stockholm. It's very comfortable. A lot of people speak English. Funny enough, whenever we were approached, and maybe this happens to other tourists that are there or expats that are there, people first they speak to you in Swedish, and then once you pull that face like, I have no idea what you're saying, they'll switch to English, or you just switch to English and then they talk to you in English as well. High levels of English. So that's cool. But the cost of living, I think, for like a digital nomad, it might be a bit high. However, if you are working in a Swedish company or a multinational company and making crowns and paying into their tax scheme and everything, I would say it would be fine. Things are maybe more expensive, yes. Cost of living is more expensive, yes. But I'd expat that.
So we've come to the end of our series. We went on a really long cruise, so if you haven't seen those videos, make sure you check back with those. We hopped into a lot of different cities and countries, and we told you what we thought and if we would expat that. So take a look at those. We hope that you enjoyed watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hit that notification bell. Bing, bing.
Bye.
See you guys.